Alright guys, so I haven't talked about cameras a lot on this channel, and the main reason for that is because I feel like there haven't been any really exciting cameras in the news recently. Right now I'm shooting on the Sony ZV-E1, and for video, I think this is probably one of the best cameras that you could use for content creation or anything that you don't need to have the camera on for a long period of time. I know that this camera will like heat up if you're using it for extended periods of time, or maybe like if you're in really hot weather. But if you don't have those conditions, if you're only using this camera for, I don't know, like 20 minutes or 30 minutes of it at a time, it's not going to overheat. It's an incredible camera for the value. I would say for anyone who's shooting full frame or does anything with video, this is the camera to get. I've been using this camera for over a year, and for everything video related, it's perfect. It doesn't have like a LCD viewfinder or anything like that, but it just has a screen on the back, and that's pretty much all I ever need for video. My second camera is still the Sony a6700, which is perfect for photography and also for video. So if I'm like out and about or anything, I will use that as like my secondary camera for most things because it has more megapixels, whereas this camera is strictly just my video camera, and I use it paired with my Sony 24mm 1.4 for the most part. Because I can use that lens for videos like this where it's just kind of like a talking head, but I can also use that lens as like a 50mm. The nice thing about the ZVE's one is you can actually zoom in a lot of different ways. You can do the crop mode where it just will crop in 1.5x. I can make the focal length a lot wider like this, or I can just zoom in using Sony's clear image zoom or crop mode, and it comes way closer like this. So whatever focal length I have, it's going to increase the focal length. So if I have a 24mm lens like this, it becomes like a 35mm, which is perfect for... Now the only thing I don't like about this camera is with a full frame camera, you end up needing full frame lenses, which can be a little bit just more expensive for a lot of people. But there are a lot of really good lenses out there that you can just, if you just can manually focus, or if you buy like Rokinon or Samyang lens, they're so much cheaper. I actually use the 12mm Rokinon, or sorry, it's the Samyang lens, and it's an f2, and it's an excellent lens. It's great for like vlogging and stuff like that, but for anything like closer up, like these kind of shots, it's just gonna be probably maybe a little bit too wide. So there you have it. That's why I haven't really talked about cameras lately, is because all the cameras I have right now are pretty much good enough. I'm kind of a minimalist when it comes to camera gear and equipment. I don't want to have too much gear, and right now those are my two cameras of choice, the a6700 and the Sony ZV-E1. I think both these cameras are perfect for all of my needs. I don't see a need for anything else. I know there's an upcoming Sony A2 coming out, which I don't really care about because I'm not shooting sports. I'm not shooting anything that needs that high level of detail. I can even shoot wildlife with my Sony a6700, and it does great. Yeah, so I would say, I mean, cameras today haven't really changed much in the last year. And I think all the cameras that have come out in the last year are awesome, and it's probably going to be a good 3 or 5 years before we see something like a major change. As for lenses, there's some incredible lenses today, but you can get a lot of really good quality lenses that are not from Sony. So I use Tamron. I think Tamron's an excellent company to shoot with. If you shoot with like the 28 to 75 2.8, that is an awesome lens. If you pair that with something like the Samyang 12mm, you're only out like $1,000, and that is like all you need for pretty much any kind of video. For tripods and equipment like that, there's a lot of cheaper options today. Like if you look up Ulanzi, I would buy something budget in that category. I'll put a link in the description. Ulanzi makes some excellent tripods. Now, the thing is, I actually did recently buy one other camera that I'm going to talk about in an upcoming video. And the thing is, it's actually an older camera. I got a Sony a6000, but the thing is, I got an infrared version. So this is a 720 nanometer infrared conversion. I'm still learning a little bit more about it, so I haven't posted a video on that, but that's in a video that I'm kind of excited to share. But the fact is, you don't really need a new camera for doing infrared, and I don't think that you really need a new expensive camera. So anyway, I just wanted to give you an update on why I haven't made any camera videos lately, is because I haven't really seen anything that much better in the last few years. It seemed like when the A7 III came out, I was buying a new camera every year. I had the A7R III, I had the A7 III, I got the A7 IV, and then the ZV-1 and A6700 came out, and I haven't looked back. I haven't needed a camera since then. And I loved all my previous cameras. I think those are all excellent cameras, but I just like the performance and where I'm at right now, and the fact that I can kind of be more minimal with my current setup. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a great day. Thanks.